Welcome to Tran Plays Halls of Torment. I saw this game on the Steam store page and it looked like a Flash version of Diablo essentially, so I was kind of curious about trying it out. I asked Chasing Carrot Studio for a review copy and surprisingly they said yes. Move WASD, left click to aim attack, right click to toggle auto attack, and R to toggle auto aim. I don't really want auto aim right now, but maybe in the future. Perhaps if I'm, for example, wiggling my mouse cursor over these things to figure out what they do, though there doesn't seem to be any tooltips. Like Crimson Dawn, the enemy do not seem to give experience when killed, but they will drop experience on the floor that you then must pick up. As a swordsman, I will have access to certain level ups. There are other classes, but we've not started with any. I'm going to go ahead and let auto attack happen, but I will take care of the aiming for the time being. Since these are the earliest enemies, they're probably the weakest, so we'll try to farm them for XP. Also, I saw that we got an achievement immediately for starting the game. That's just how much of a baller we are here at Tran Plays. I do kind of like the enemy gets pushed back when I level up. It makes the eruption of level up more significant. I really should spend more time looking at the level ups and thinking about what I want, but I don't want you to sit there waiting for me to take 13 minutes to pick a level, so. I see that there is a yellow, looks like a skin parchment or something, a scroll, and then looks like a Left 4 Dead sign up there. Got some nice sound effects. I like the way the sounds sound. I like the way the sounds echo when I hit the shield. Block strength checks before defense. If the block value equals the unreduced damage of an attack, the chance to block is 50%. The block value exceeds the damage by 4 times. The chance to block becomes 100%. Okay. Let's go with that for now. Once the enemy becomes no longer profitable to start mincing for experience, we'll start heading in the direction of one of these compass items. My experience with this is basically limited to Crimson Dawn. While this game may share a similar ancestor in the form of Vampire Survivors, I've not played that, but I have played the original Crimson Land, which features things like zombies and spiders. Critical hit chance, main weapon, and block strength. We'll pass on that for right now. I'm not too fond of the critical hit chance at this time, so why don't we go and just get more block strength. We'll go for the shinier, glowier thing. And we have encountered what looks like a boss. Try to lure him so that we can hit the slimes behind him at the same time. That didn't quite work out. Looks like the torch thing gets knocked down in the direction that you swing to, so that's pretty cool. I like that. I don't think I've actually seen a game, at least in the isometric version, do something like that before. Normally it just sort of sensors fire where the item is, so that's actually pretty cool. Some interesting lighting effects. I cannot squeeze behind these barrels. Okay, I guess I leveled. We have lightning strike, stun surrounding enemies, astronomer's orbs, they circle me, Phantom Needles, shoots, Porcupine, sure. We'll do Astronomer's Orbs. Okay, no, that's the level up. I must have picked up what the boss dropped, I guess. Okay, this, I like range, so we'll get with that. So we seem to be back to skeletons, so we'll kill some of those guys. But yes, in Crimson Lands, you basically sorry, I was busy yapping and not really thinking about what I was doing. Trying to remember what the game was like. It was kind of like what you might call a twin stick shooter, I think, if you had a controller at the time, which was not as prevalent for PC players. Okay, this has two good things. It has damage and attack speed, so we'll get that. Nowadays, many PC players have, say, a controller or even something called a Steam Deck. I don't have a Steam Deck, but anyways. But back then, if you did happen to have a controller, one stick would control your movement, another stick would control your shooting, and it was kind of like Smash TV in that whichever direction you pushed in, you would shoot your bullets in. It could even be two-player game, which was really cool. That was one of the first games where I started learning that in Fallout, the originals, that it would not necessarily pay off to spend your level up on increasing your EXP load. You might think like, oh, when I start a game, I should spend all of my level ups on increasing my EXP gain so that I can be stronger than anybody else. I mean, that makes sense. But then once you do the actual math, you realize that typically in these games, you end up with less power than a person who just went straight to the power rather than taking a detour, if that makes sense. I guess we'll get range. So let's say that I spent, I don't know, 5 level ups in Crimson Land to get 10% more EXP each time. So at the end of those 5 level ups, I now have a 50% bonus to EXP. That sounds pretty huge. But maybe, just maybe, I only get to play until I'm level 20 and then I die or something. That means that I have 15 levels that are actual level ups. And during those first 2, 3, 4 levels, I'm not actually getting that 50% EXP. That only applies afterwards. It's basically a bunch of math, and math I'm good at, I guess. These are just some walking XP bags. Get a little bit of health regeneration just to make sure that I have some versatility. In general, in video games, it's good to just specialize in one thing. Not to spread yourself out. But because I have not played this yet, I don't know what I need, so I'm just going to kind of be versatile. I guess we got the butcher here.
Oh, fresh meat.
And the skeletons are suddenly much stronger. A crit build can be very powerful, but I have actually written a calculator to basically figure out how effective it can be. So I've got a decent idea of when to get crit, I suppose. This started basically when, maybe, I don't know, back in Warcraft 3 days, I was trying to figure out damage absorption and reduction, I guess, as well. Being different stats in that game. And evasion. Yeah, primarily evasion. One of the things that was listed kind of like as a rhetorical question is, you can't consider 50% evasion to be 50% more life. Because if you had 100% evasion, would that mean you have 100% more life? And the answer is no. Range movement speed, we're going movement speed. But I did play a lot of Warcraft 3. They were generally the scenario stuff that third-party people would make, basically fans of the game would make. And before that, I played tons of StarCraft. Mostly, again, use map settings. Back when I played it, pretty much everybody either did use map settings, which is a small chunk of players, or they played melee, which is basically regular, player versus player combat, on a map called Big Game Hunters, where there's 8 spots around the edges of the map and plenty of resources in what you call a natural expansion. I was pretty decent at the game. I did a lot of player versus player combat, I guess, in that game. But I really was a big fan of use map settings. Basically the custom games that people would come up with. And I pretty much, if the opportunity came, I would play the Marine. Reason for this is I wasn't like a big pro-human player or anything. In fact, I would often play random just to throw people off. But I liked the Marine because whenever a map developer was trying to balance his game, they never ever seemed to really think about the fact that Marines get stim packed, which basically means I get to attack twice as fast at a measly 10 health cost. In a normal game, a Marine has like 40 hit points, so he can't really stim that much. But in a use map settings game, they might have like 2,000 hit points. So yeah, I would take the Marine, I'd stim pack and just have double the damage the whole game. Yeah, this looks really awesome. Cone width and critical damage? Yeah, sure. Now again, since I've never played Vampire Survivor, so my advice might be out of date. But I would say in a game like this where you're being swarmed, if the enemy typically gets stronger as time goes on, you want to kill as much as you can in the beginning. Now, maybe I should be running for that wallpaper thing, but that means I'll be leaving experience behind. Maybe not even killing enemies. Let's say I'm running past a shield guy. Might hit him 2 or 3 times, but that wouldn't necessarily count in a kill. Alright, we're back to the slimes. I'm not really a big fan of fighting the slimes, so I'll probably just get moving after I finish off these skeletons. Cone width? Oh, that's pretty cool. Or attack speed. I think we're gonna go with cone width. Oh, I can smash these barrels in one hit now, and the boss is trying to follow me. Oh, maybe it's because they got hit by the astronomer's orb. Perhaps that's why I just smashed them in one hit. Yeah, I couldn't smash that in one hit when I stopped. I stopped prematurely to make sure that the orb wouldn't hit it. The boss seems to keep teleporting in front of me. Crimson Dawn did that as well. Okay. I guess he was guarding this thing because the aura around the scroll disappeared. So this gives me ability, which is probably a bad idea for me to actually pick these up. I'm getting to that in a second. Let me decide what I want. We'll go with... We have projectiles in a vertical spread pattern, so it sounds like some sort of shotgun thing. Needles at nearby enemies in quick succession. That sounds like some kind of a Uzi kind of deal. And lightning strikes stuns the enemy. Let's try. Hold on, do I really want to stun the enemy? Let's get Phantom Needles for now because it might give me some range. But yeah, the reason, and now again, I'm just basing off of Crimson Dawn. Don't know what Vampire Survivor is like. I know I've mentioned it already, but in Crimson Dawn, when you get a new spell, when you level it up, one of your random level ups would be about that new spell. And I'd rather not level up these little abilities. They probably could be really good once I poured some stats into them, but I'm gonna assume that pound for pound, level up per level up, I would get more leverage out of leveling up my hero. Yes, you could probably do some really gimmicky things by leveling up your traits or whatever, but typically, level per level, the hero's the way to go. Okay, we could use more speed, so let's get that. We've done a number on the wizards, and now we have little naked dogs. I guess all dogs are naked. Oh, hairless dogs. Why don't we get some more range so we can hit this guy? And, oh, never mind. I guess that was just his shield. Makes sense. I know he dropped his scroll and I did not pick it up. I like that these guys don't just mindlessly walk towards you. They have their own little pattern of they're trying to maintain some sort of distance. But yeah, I don't want to spend level ups on this one if I can help it. I want to pick level ups for my hero. Maybe I should get some more health regen at this point. Take cone width, I suppose. This gives me range and cone width. Let's go and get lightning strike now, and maybe we'll start stunning this guy. Though I don't really pick the lightning. Yeah, it's just gonna hit any random person at once, and if it's equal probability, it's the odds it hits the boss is actually pretty slim. I guess we'll go for additional attack. Crit damage. Yeah, look at that. Little XP farm right here. How do we get, I guess, more health regen? Ow. We have a choice between health capacity, critical damage by 40%. I guess we'll go with that. It's hard to go wrong with more damage. Yeah, we'll go more defense and health because I'm kind of hurt, and it does give me a little bit of boost in health by picking it. Alright, the skeletons are replaced by bigger slimes now, so this won't be as fortuitous to continue fighting. But I'll continue to mop up the skeletons where I can. Looks like it was only just a couple of slimes. That's still pretty good to keep killing. I think we should head towards the Left 4 Dead symbol at this point. So it looks like I'm gonna have to be on the move. These things are fast and upset with me. Alright, we got the next boss here. I'm glad I got some defense. I'm just my guy's blocking the hits as he kind of swaggers past. All right, so I guess that's what the Left 4 Dead symbol does. It magnets every item. All right, it's good to have. let's get some more movement speed because these guys are really fast. Temporary damage from Unholy Strength plus 100 damage. He dropped a scroll, and I can ignore it for now. So I don't really want to waste level ups on other stuff. What do you think's doing more damage, my Arcane Needles or my Swordsman, right? And yes, I know, I haven't been points into the Arcane Needle, I get it. Lost track of the mouse cursor for a bit. Okay, that's a lot of dudes behind me. This might be the end of me. Okay, fire does not hurt. I mean me, it doesn't hurt me, it hurts them. Was not the left right hand I was looking for, but it's just as good, I'm sure. Let's get base health because I'm really hurting. Since I've got plenty of block strength, maybe it's time I start getting some block defense. Might instead be prudent to just stack block strength, but I don't know. Alright, those pink skeletons are just shooting constant fireballs at me. Once I get a handle on their moveset, it's a lot easier. That's not good. Wow, that's really not good. There's the hand. Level up, please. Level up, please. Oh, I was waiting for the thing to push them away. Okay, I don't know. Blocks no base health, I guess. Yeah, let's just get a little bit more health. And there's a chest right there. I really want that. That I care for. I don't care that much about the scrolls, because the scrolls are kind of a double-edged sword there. Now I know by fighting here I'm not really going to get to the chest, but I am getting so many kills, and that will hopefully translate to XP in a bit. Alright, so we get base crit chance, block strength and defense, block strength and defense. Well, I mean, I already have the boots, so we should get either the helmet or the ring. We're gonna go for defense because I'm really, really hurting. Alright, and I don't know which eeny, meeny, miny, mo, forget it. Let's back off from that area. I want all the EXP, but let's back off for a minute so we can clear the area of enemies as they chase me. Maybe I'll get that. I don't know. Let's continue to get defensive stuff. So we'll get thick hide this time. Just keep balancing it out. I'll try to wiggle around. Just need to survive 3 more minutes. I can do it, right? 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. That's the bulk of the XP right there. I can get moving again. Oh, jeez. Okay. I mean, that's good. It's just timing and all. Let's get maybe stun range. I don't know. I knew all the XP was here, but I figured I'd spend the time hitting stuff while I could. Let's go with attack speed. Maybe that combines with the stun effectively. Just walked right into that acid. "30 seconds. Stay on target." "2 seconds. That's not what was advertised. Okay, I just kind of walked right into that one. Alright. I guess it doesn't seem too bad right now. Maybe she gets tougher as her health drops. Doing like no damage to her, but I just need to out damage her. That was not in the plans. That was that was 3 hits on me. Stop. Okay, I don't actually know what my hitbox is when I'm going side to side. I'm doing next to nothing. Okay. Maybe this is the way to go. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, never mind. She just goes right through it. I have 5 hit points left, and I have 0 hit points left. You faked me out, game. I thought I just needed to... Fine. Alright. That's the way you want to play it. Alright, well, I mean, for first try, I think I did reasonably well, right? Okay. We got a bunch of achievements or quests or both or whatever, and our next main quest says enter Ember Grounds and rescue the Well Keeper. Okay. We've unlocked new characters. We've a new stage, just items, and we've earned 3,402 gold for whatever that's worth. As far as damage goes, our swordsman just completely outpaced the other things. The Astronomer's Orb did about half my damage, which is cool considering I spent no level ups in it. That's pretty cool. I like that. That was not what I was ready for. I don't know what I'm gonna have would do differently though. Maybe more move speed? I don't know if I could. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Maybe level up my magic needles? Alright, well. I'm not sure. I have to think about it. If this is something you'd like to see more, please let me know by hitting that like button, and we'll proceed on to the Ember Grounds and look for this Well Keeper thing. Thank you very much for watching Tran Plays Halls of Torment. I'll see you next time.